All right, so camp scrimmage, what is it like just kind of being up here in the Pines?
Oh, it's amazing. Just the beds. We're kind of like, had caused some adversity, but I definitely trade some hours of sleep for this weather. This weather is amazing. Nice breeze. Doesn't get higher than 90, but it's amazing over here.
What's it just been like? And obviously the football is part of it, but like the main thing focus of Camp T is kind of the bonding, the brotherhood, all the stuff. How do you feel like that's kind of impacted you guys coming along?
I think that we came along a long way. I think we bonded a lot more than we thought we did coming into this. We took out a lot of the distractions of phones, relationships, all the outside world, and it was just us here. So I think that with having us here, with no distractions, it helped us get that much closer and know who everyone is on the team.
Kind of as a newcomer, this is obviously a very kind of focal point of like kind of Sun Devil lore and Sun Devil history. What's it like just kind of hitting the ground running with a head coach, obviously in his first years in the program as well, just kind of embracing all that it means to be a Sun Devil.
Oh yeah, I never knew how much history this place has, and after so much people has told me like the history behind Camp T and what it means to them, like DJ Foster, Steve Miller, and all them other dudes that came before me. It's really big. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than this team. So it's good to play for each other and with each other.
So why was Arizona State the right place for you to continue your career?
I think that it had to do with the coaching staff and the people that they were going to bring into this team. I think Coach Dillingham did a really good job of recruiting, and as well as Coach Tuitele. I bought into their vision. They told me what they wanted to do with this team and how much history this team has and how good it can be. So I wanted to jump on that train.
You mentioned the kind of the chemistry building, and just as a team up here in Camp T, offensive line chemistry is obviously very crucial as well. Seems like there's still some shuffling around. Guys maybe a little dinged up, but also trying different positions. How do you feel like kind of the rapport and the chemistry is coming along? Even with some of the guys kind of maybe not yet completely set in the starting five.
No, yeah, I think that today, especially with shuffling the lineups, I think it's more of if someone were to go down, it's the next man up mentality. Just so that if there was something that happened during the season, we won't fall off any type of way. So I think that with if someone were to get hurt, we won't fall off, and just mixing those lineups up, it'll really help us in the long run.
How have you seen kind of the strides, since coming over in the spring, making that jump from, the Mountain West to Power 5 football here, and just now in a couple weeks into fall camp? How do you see like kind of the strides in your own personal game?
I think I've done really good with my feet as well. I think Coach T has done a really good job in developing my game. I thought I knew quite a bit about football, especially playing for 3 years, but Coach T and Coach Kenny has done a really good job expanding my knowledge. There's always room improvement for me, so I think that continuing on to the season would really help me in my game.
What kind of stands out about Coach T and what he's been able to bring, just kind of how he is as a teacher and leader of the position group?
I've had at least 4 or 5 O-line coaches, and I think that Coach T is very personal. He wants to know you as a person, not as a player. So he has a relationship with who you are as a person outside of football. He doesn't really care about the football piece. He cares about the character of the person, and I think that the coach is a direct reflection of the players he recruits. So I think that the people that he's brought in since the spring, since I got here, has been a tremendous stride.
Kenny's told us a couple times after practice that he thinks the offensive line has been one of the more impressive position groups so far on this team. Obviously, a very crucial position group as well. What do you guys, what are you kind of like the next couple of weeks getting ready for the opener against Southern Utah that you want to make sure that you and you kind of as one of the leaders of that position group get ready to make sure you guys are ready to go in the trenches on August 31st?
Yeah, I think that all we need to do is just fundamentals. That's our one thing that we need to get better at. Coach T harps on us about do simple better. So I think that just the basics, we don't need to do anything fancy. Just come together, do the fundamentals that he teaches us, and everything will work out.